Okay. Well, I'm an idiot, guys. I filmed this whole week, and I filled a full 64 gig card. I couldn't believe I did such a good job. I filmed it all and all that stuff. Well, when I put that card in there, it said card may not be supported. So I was like, well, okay, we've used it before when we go fishing and stuff like that for the other channel, and I was like, well, what's going on here? And when I was trying to download it on my computer, so it's the first time I tried to make a video in a long time on my computer, so like a year. And I goofed it all up. I don't know what I did. So apparently, I talked to my buddy Rex. He's the one that edits my stuff on the double hook angling YouTube. My bipolar half of my fishing, and then this is my car channel. So but on that channel, he does all of our editing and stuff, and I do the mail calls and things like that. But I talked to him, and apparently I was downloading the wrong. Like, you're supposed to download the MP4 file, and I was downloading the other file. I was trying to separate it out. I was using the GoPro. He said, no, take this film card out of the GoPro and stick it in your film card. And by that point, it was all corrupted. I did something, I don't know what I did, trying to save it back to. I'm an idiot. I'm telling you what. This is the reason why, him and I, we do the double hook together, because he was better at the editing than I am, and I greatly appreciate his help. Man, I tell you what, he got me unstuck on this stuff. So, but today we're going to just use my phone. I'm good with my phone. I need to get video out to you guys today. We're going to do a few things. I'm going to show you what I got going on. I'm going to catch up with everything that I did film but didn't get out because, like I said, I'm an idiot. So anyways, what I got in my hand is I got a piece of fuel line right here and an old sanding pad that I've already used up. So, but I'm going to roll that up in there. You roll that up in there, and then you keep rolling it a few times, and it'll get tied up in there. So then you got something that's flexible, and you can get around the curve and stuff. So what I did was I just kind of worked that curve, kind of went in through there, got it all smooth between that and my flat block, between that and my flat pad. I've been working that. I got this all, and that's more body filler than I like, but this is where it was banged. And then that caused, a scar, and then the rust caused. And then this is a real bad spot for rust on old cars anyways. So it just was like all screwed up. So, but let me get positioned and we'll get on this. Okay, so Gregory came out about the same time I wanted to get set up and do some stuff. So, but also I worked this back here. But then right here, there's a spot right here that's still just a little low. And there's some spots here that are a little low, but we're going to take care of that with this stuff. So I'm going to get me a gob of this out, and then I'm just going to do some stuff there. And I just use a metal trowel. I mean, it may not be the right thing, but that's what I use because, where'd the big one go? But even the big one you can take and you can get a curve to that big one, and it holds a better curve. So when you're like wanting to do a body curve, you just hold it like that, and then you can skim across, and you can get a better curve. So, and I use this to mix it up and what have you. But right here, it's got a good curve there, but it's just still a little flat right in there, and that's where that piece is. But I don't need a whole lot, but I need some. And when you go like this, it is just right there and right there where it's just a little high. The rest of it is good. So, and if it's not, it's a cruiser. Well, what the hell are you going to do? So, all right. I'll mix me up some of this, and then I'll put it on, and we'll let it set up and do its thing, and then we'll move on over. And I'll give you a tour of what the rest of the stuff I did was. So there's some stuff on the bottom of that. Boy, you ain't wanting to come out, are you? Now that stupid heater's gonna kick on. I don't need much. set this aside for a second. Stay. I'll turn that heater down before it catches on and gets us. Okay, that stupid heater finally kicked off. Alright, so we got us a little puddle here of that stuff. We're gonna mix us a little bit of that in there. Now I got a combination of a couple ways I'm going to do this. I'll probably just work with this for now and see what this does and see if it gets me all my spots filled. This stuff is so runny. I always hated using this stuff. Just gotta fill them little divots. All right. I know I made way too much of it. I know I made way too much, and there was a spot there. I didn't ever say I was a professional. I just said I can do a little bit. Those people out there messing with the trash probably think I'm a goofball in here talking to myself. Now, just because I want to, oh, don't set up on me yet. I wasn't done. You know, that's tacky already. We'll have to work that out. I was a way better mudder and taper. Got enough flex in you, still stick. And then right there was the other spot. Ah! Don't set up on me yet. I just need one little bitty white. Just in time for it all started setting up. Now, I never said I was a professional. I just lay it on thick and sand it off quick. But you can get somewhere. You just waste a little bit. I mean, the stuff's expensive, but like I said, I'm not a professional. You can see there's like 4 layers on there. This will be the last one. This stuff's easier to stand than that other stuff, so. Back in the day, it had been a long time since I've done some sheetrocking to you. Some mudding and taping. I was always way better at doing stuff like that. But I like working on cars. It makes me happy to work on cars. I take my time. I take a lot of breaks. I go in the house. I sit in my big chair. I relax my back. So see, now that stuff's set up enough that wasn't that hard to clean that up. So we'll let that set aside and dry. We'll let this all set up, and then we'll finish sanding that, and then we'll be able to prime it. So let me kind of take you around and show you what all I have going on here. All right, so now when you look down it, it's nice and straight, and it's got the proper curve and everything. But, you know, down right there. So I'm not very good at, you know, explaining things sometimes, but I try. Anyways, so like I did I filled all the body trim holes. So right there and right there, right there, right there, there. And the only thing I got left is I got to grind these few spots that we still got right there from replacing that piece of metal. But this was the final coat of filler. That little scratch coat filler stuff that, I don't know. It lays down thinner, smoother, fills the cracks and bubbles. Then over here, we're still working on these. So there you can see them there and there. So let's see. So like you can see, you know, right there and right there, and then right there. So those are what we've been working on. But also I have another little project that we can do to finish off this little bit of the video. I've been doing things all week. I had all kinds of film. Oh, I even had film, like you can go back and check out my film for the video for the rod holders that I did. You can go check those out. But here, I'll show you real quick. Move my son's ice chest out of the way. Oh, heavy freaking thing. Okay, so some of these Rambler parts. But anyways, I make rod holders, and that's what I got a website, doublehookangling.com, and which just gets a hold of me, which you can do at doublehookangling Gmail, and I make these rod holders. Now, I know this ain't a fishing video. That's my bipolar other half. But this is what I do, is I make these rod holders. So, and I'm welding, and, you know, I bend them here in the shop. I bend them right here 2 foot from where the camera's at. But I do, get that box back up there. But I make those and I sell those. So, and then I tie jigs. Whoops, hit that heater I gotta fix too. The rats ate the cord off the heater. But also, these are my lead pots. And then what I do is I'll make fishing jigs. So there you go. I'm making color up fishing jigs. So here's a powder coated one. So, and then I tie them and make them all pretty and everything. But that's kind of what I do on that channel. So, but what I got that I'm dealing with right now is that I had the transmission linkage, like grommet go bad. And I looked and I looked and I looked, and I spent like 4 hours tearing my shop up. As you can see, I got a bunch of crap out again. But tearing my shop up trying to find this piece that is right here in my hand. So, but I finally found it. And where I found it was, somebody put it down there in that drawer I mean, I tore up that whole end of the shop, taking stuff off the shelves. You know, I had the boys out here, and they was pulling all kinds of things down and all that stuff. So, but I got this, and give you a glimpse of what it's in my hand here. So, here's what was left of that thing. So all that stuff. And that little metal ring had that rubber all around it. Well, that rubber's crap. So I found one on AMC Lives, I believe is where I got this one. But this is what it's supposed to look like. Well, here, if you see that steel sticks out there quite a ways. Well, when you put this one on there, the old one, if you look, you can, whoops, get in the right spot. If you look, you can stick a washer on there and a pin through there. Well, stick that new one on there, you ain't even getting a pin through there. So what I got, I mic'd it out and realized that this is just way too wide. Now, this is all right, I believe. You know, I ain't even stuck it up underneath there, but let me get a grinder and all that stuff and a pair of needle nose or something to hold it. You know what? I could use the air grinder, but the stupid thing would come on. Let me grab a flap wheel and all that stuff, and we'll get up underneath there and we're going to fix this thing. Okay, so this is what I did, was I just got that held in there. We're just going to grind some of that off with the flap wheel. So I'm trying to be careful not to get that rubber, just the metal down to the rubber. Also, get that dust off there. Also, I don't want it to get too hot. I mean, I can still hold it. If you get it too hot, it's going to separate from that rubber, and then it's just going to cause all kinds of problems. Because that's fused on there. So I'm going to let that cool for just a second. But I got to do that other side too. So let me get this other side done so you guys don't have to hear the grinder. Okay, well, according to this, there's no washer. It uses that steel sleeve in there as the stop. So all we need to do is screw that back up on there and put a pin on it. But I want to clean this first. I thought I had some. Oh, I do have some. I had some brake clean. That's on the other side. Well, clean enough. Everything else down there is just all nastified. So, all right. Then I need to get in the drawer. Get me a pin. Oop. That's it. Break the light, Dave. I think I broke the light. No, still comes on. K21. All right, so like, I got a drawer full of pins here, so we'll find one that'll go through this hole, but actually go through the hole. I don't need a giant long one, but that one will go through the hole and is tight. So I can't believe there ain't a washer on this thing. All right, so next what we need to do is just get up underneath there and put it on. So put you down there. Let's see. What we're going to need the needle nose. We're going to need the piece, definitely. So let's lay that down there. Don't you roll away. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can get up underneath here. I don't need the grinder no more, just need the light. Oh, and he said, let there be light. Can't believe there's not a washer on that thing. All right, so pull myself underneath here. See if we can get you, way up in there. Can you see up in there? I wonder if that'll... I don't know how well y'all can see up in there, but anyways, we can get up in there, get in. Might have to switch around the other way. I think y'all be better off up here. Grabbed y'all and knocked my hat. My hat fell off. All right, so what we got is we got this piece that's supposed to go into here. Oh, you're gonna be a real pain in the ass. I know you are. Well, let's just shift it in all kinds of gears. Get in there, you son of a bitch. Well, it's gonna go in there, but it's gonna need some. It's gonna need some loober doober. Let me go figure this out. You can see if I can find some soap. Okay, I got some dish soap. I got a pair of pliers. I probably should have jacked the car up some more so I could actually get my hands up in there. Well, I'll put a little bit of dish soap on this thing and see if I can get it to squeeze in there. Can't quite. Boy, you talk about tight. That's why they didn't need no washer. I'm just trying to stick that washer on the back of there, get it up in there. Oh, slide up in there. Oh, I'm so scared to rip it. I mean, it was tough as crap anyways, but I'm so scared to rip it. Let's see if I get it started back up in there again, this time with that washer on the back of it. Get up in there. No. Yep. Yes, sir. My son's here. Hold on, guys. I'll put you on pause for a minute, but let me see if I can get this popped in, Tim. Since you're standing there, Timmy, can you hand me a Phillips screwdriver? A really short one?
You have one out?
No, it'll be in the top drawer over here, or the second drawer. Like a stubby one that's just 3 inches long, maybe. I mean, that'd be short enough. It's just that bushing is being a pain in my butt. I just had another pair of hands. Give me another pair of pliers. The channel lock.
Where are they at?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I got it. Oh, I think I'm ripping the damn thing. Well, I almost had it. All right, see if I can get this. Well, I forgot to push record, but when I started to go back in there, Timothy left, and I forgot what I was doing. I just didn't push record. But anyways, the rubber, I put the rubber piece, I looked in the book. I was going the wrong way with it, for one thing. So, it's in though, so that's all that matters. Anyways, we can screw this piece back up on there, and we'll just go up there to where our crap is at, and that'll be our stopping point. If I get it started on there. Now I got cramps in my hand trying to do that stupid thing. Let's see if I can get swapped around here. You can see what I'm doing here, but I'm trying to get that back up on there. Well, that wasn't that hard the other day when I took it off. All right, let me get this stupid thing up in there. It's being a pain in the ass. That'll help my hands are cramping. Well, it was tough the other day, but it wasn't like this tough. Can't tell me it's this cold in the shop. Ouch. What are you doing, dude? You can't even hold on to a wrench now. What the hell? Trying to put that in there, I got muscle spasms in my hands. Cramping. Ouch. What are you doing, David? Dang. Y'all can't even see that. I can't even see what I'm doing there. Can you? Trying to get that to go in that, but I gotta get it screwed back up to there. And it's in an awkward spot. Yeah, now it gets up there and now it goes to get easy. going to put it back in the same spot it pretty much was in. Which was right there. Well, now it's got to park again. See if we'll find the whole blind. Come undone. All right, get my pliers out. Can you see up in there? I can see up in there. These need to be trimmed, but they ain't coming off of there. And now we can have our shifter back. Well, I should have cleaned up all that. I need to get my pressure washer running. Get all that cleaned up. I didn't take the transmission out. I did this backwards. Normally with these cars, you unbolt. Let's see if we get. You unbolt right here and right there, and the whole front end of the car. You know, this whole cross member will come down, and you do the same with the transmission. You're like right here at these these 3 bolts right here, and then you take the transmission cross member out, and then you undo the springs in the back and the emergency brake cables, and the whole drivetrain will come out because it's got a torque tube in it. So, but hey, you like that exhaust? See, look, no mufflers. There's no mufflers. I got you guys turned upside down all this time. See, there ain't no mufflers on this car. So, that's the way we like it. If you're going to have a hot rod, you might as well have one that's loud. So, this car's got very little rust on it, too. It's got some, like, surface rust. I mean, not bad. Not bad at all. Oops. So, like, all of that. There's not much rust at all. There's a few spots, you know, here and right there, but it's just surface rust. So, get out from underneath there. Well, that was a pain in the ass project to do, but at least that's done. So, let's see if I can get y'all set up here now. All right. So, get moved back. Well, I should have grabbed the hose and stuff, and I could have finished off all of this. But that gives you guys a idea. I gotta go wash my hands before I get back onto that filler. So let me get back up in here. All right. Okay, so now we'll go back over and see if that stuff hardened. Trying to not grab spots that need to be primed up. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get the GoPro back out, and we're gonna give this a second shot with the GoPro. I got a new memory card, so at least that will be, you know, we won't have no issues with that. Now, I do got to go wash my hands before I touch that. I don't want to touch nothing. But I got all these handy places that I can use to propel myself. But as you can see, that set up nice. That set up nice. I'm going to let it set up a little bit longer. It's lunchtime. So I've been out here for an hour and a half. And while I was out here longer than that, I've been out here for an hour, 45 minutes dealing with that. It doesn't seem like much time when I keep pausing the camera, but I kept fighting with that shifter bushing, and I was starting to tear it away from the center barrel, but you know, that little center metal piece. And I didn't want to do that. But we did get, here's some of the other things we got done this last week that we didn't get on film is we did finish all the trim delete. So we got all that finished all the way up here. We got it all ground down. Now we're ready for some of that blue glazing compound that we used earlier. But like I said, I still got to do this spot over here, but the welder's in the way, so I didn't do that. And once those are done, I should be done today with all of that. Once all of that's done, we'll get the primer on. So I'm trying to wheelie over that stupid cable, or the, well, cable, the electrical cable. But also, another issue that I've been fighting, get this out of the way. Another issue I've been fighting is these are my wheels that I've been using for last year. I don't know what the heck happened to these, but something is up with these wheels. When I got them, they was real hard to push. They're like a different brand, so like I got Primos on here. These are my old wheels before I got these wheels. Well, look at this. This thing will just, they've been popping off the rim as I'm wheeling and turning. You can't have wheelchair wheels that do this. And I can literally, I guarantee you, I'll roll in it for a minute. I'll pop, look, right here. See, look. You are not supposed to be able to do this. You see that? The belts are broken in the dang thing. Well, it's been like this since day one. So, guaranteed, the guy that put these wheels on here, because they have solid inserts, the guy that put these wheels on here, he broke the beads when he was trying to set the bead on here, and that's been my problem with these wheels all along. So what I did was I went back to my old ones. Now let me show you the problem with my old wheels and the reason why I had to get new wheels. So like right here, it's bad when cars show tread, but it's bad when wheelchairs show tread too. Look at that, cord. So like, see that? That's cord showing right there, buddy. But I do have a set of a new rubber, and I'm gonna. The thing is you're supposed to cut that rubber off and put it on there. But I'm gonna change out the rubber and see if I can get me a spare set of wheels, because with this showing cord, I'm not gonna get far with these. And then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be screwed. So, the other thing is we did get a new gun. So we got us a new paint gun. Here, I'll set you down and show you that. So got a new paint gun here. It's a Harbor Freight Special, a Spectrum. So this was $99, and it's got this little piece on there, and then you get these disposable cups. So we're stepping up in the world a little bit. This has got a 1/7 tip. It'll flow this thicker paint, this epoxy better. It's not recommended that you use this. I think the epoxy that I get says a 1/6 or 1/5 tip or 1/4 or something like that. I can't even remember now. But we're going to spray it with the 1/7, the primer anyways. And then if I have to, I'll get the other gun out, which is a 1/4. But I can at least paint the door jambs with this and see what it looks like. It may just be a little heavy. But I just won't my primers are 4 to 1 to 1. So 4 parts of the primer and 1 part reducer and 1 part hardener. So we're going to give it a shot. So we'll see how that works. I am a fan of Harbor Freight. I wish they would sponsor me, but they don't. And but with all this body work, we should be painting in the next day or two. At least getting the primer done, and then we'll block all the primer down. And just this week I had a lot of hours in sanding. It takes me a long time because I got to sand a little bit and then stop, and sand a little bit and then stop. But with my back, I just can't do a lot. And most of this I'm doing by hand because I want this car to be straight. These panels are so big and wide, I want them to be straight panels. So But I think I'm gonna let this harden up for another half an hour or so while I go eat lunch. I'm gonna get my hands washed up, and also got to tie some jigs and stuff still for the double hook side of my life. But hey, Peace and Grease is a great couple. I should have mentioned them earlier in the video, but I forgot. They, if you don't have them, go check out Peace and Grease on YouTube. He makes some pretty cool rides. A lot of it is like the farm truck body swap stuff, you know, big old Cummins diesels and stuff. He's building a six-wheeled camper right now, you know, out of an old, I believe it's 30s or 40s truck. I can't remember what he said it was, but I'm bad at memory, you know, gray hair. But we're going to go visit them the end of the month, and we're going to go out to the Catfish and Crappie Conference for the double hook side. Then after that, we're going to go visit them for a couple days. I will be there one day, but 2 nights. And then we're going to head back to Kansas. So my sons are going to be here. My son Timothy, he's an EMT and stuff. He's going to be here, you know, watching the house. And my other son, his older brother, Matthew's autistic. He's 28 years old, and he lives with us along with Gregory, my other son that's in our fishing videos. He's autistic too. And we just have a great time as family. Sometimes they'll get out here and work with me in the shop, but most of the time it's just, you know, when they don't like being on camera. They'll come out here and they'll help me, but as soon as I start bringing out the camera, they run away. Matthew helps me a little bit, but, you know. Gregory, he don't like the camera neither, but we catch him on a lot of fishing videos. So, but anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Sorry I didn't get, you know, show you a lot of work in this video, but, you know, we did get a few things done. But it's lunchtime. I'm going to go eat, and then we'll get back out the GoPro, and we'll record the rest of it, you know, over the next week, and we'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll put out a video in a couple days that's just shorter of us priming and blocking and getting the roof painted, maybe. We're getting really close, guys. I got to start going through all my gaskets. So, like, I started going through gaskets, and that gasket right there, that's for an American. I did know that I had one window gasket for American, and that is it. So the other gaskets are still over on the shelf. I do have front and rear gasket. I ordered them myself, and but there's a lot of other gaskets that came with the car. The trunk gasket, I put that in, but it's a crappy trunk gasket. It's not a very good quality material, so it held water and started to rust out the trunk and stuff over the last few years that we had it in there. So I peeled it back out, and I'm going to order a new one, but we got to order the gaskets that go around the door itself, not the ones that go in the door jamb. And then I know that vent window rubber is very, very, very hard to find. But if anybody knows where I can get a 64 classic Rambler hard top vent window rubber, you know, send me an email. I mean, it's just my personal email. You send me an email on the double hook side, so doublehookangling.com. I look at that one a lot, so because people ordering rod holders and jigs and stuff. So, but send me an email if you know where I can get that. I'm going to call AMC Lives in the next week or so once we get through the rest of our junk and figure out exactly what we need for this project. Because I know I missed a little piece of rubber that goes in for the horn. There's like a little rubber piece in there instead of a spring or something. There's a little rubber that, you know, rebounds as you push on it. I need that. Like I said, the door seals. I have the window felts. But yeah, we just need to get finished with this car. I'm tired of looking at this Rambler, and I hate bodywork. Did I tell you I hate bodywork? I really do. I hate bodywork. So, but anyways, you guys, tomorrow's not promised. Hug a friend. Smack the old lady on the backside and tell her you love her. Smack her gently, lovingly, not mean and abusively. But give her a little pat of love, you know. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, y'all, be blessed. We're out of here. I'm going to go eat some lunch, and then I get back on to building something. So, hey, y'all. Bye.